And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Denver Broncos taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. At their own 20-yard line. They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. At the 27-yard line. McCarthy operating from the gun. A dump off for Mason. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hawkinson. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line. To the air with McCarthy. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mason. Put down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down. The Vikings are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
You look at this Bronco defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5. I've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Going for it, here's McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. First and 10 inside the 30. That's another. Straight ahead, here's Mason. Credit the tackle to Brandon Jones. This defense for the Broncos, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, terrific achievement.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal. And the Vikings first down.
First down and goal to go.
Throwing is McCarthy. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
McCarthy's pass.
A gain of 7 that time, second goal.
A gain of 7 brings up second and goal at the Broncos' 2-yard line.
Now McCarthy rolling to his right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. J.J. McCarthy, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. This is a crew that come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
McCarthy going to look to throw for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. Bringing it out of his end zone, Isaiah Rodgers. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
To throw, here's Nix. And that's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Here's Nix. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. Nix to throw again. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. That is caught. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Throwing Nix. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to the air with Nix. A short throw to Ingram. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Nix. And he'll just get rid of it.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
10 yards to go.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Nix looking to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Kamara. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They're going to down at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And when you've got the 31st ranked rush offense in the NFL, you're going to see a few of these negative plays.
Yeah, and I don't want to be snarky about the whole thing, but I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. We've seen a bunch of those this season.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Nix to the air. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. From the 15 now after the sack. It's 3rd and goal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The offense on 3rd down, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he returns this to the 22. Vikings now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's McCarthy. He's got Mason complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a hit of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 7. On the give, it's Mason. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Down and 7.
They'll go play action. Here's McCarthy. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass straight in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Mason. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll hand it to Mason. And he will be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. Middle of the field to Jefferson. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 9-yard line.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Grant Delpit. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly. But, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Throwing to start the drive. Nix. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot before break. Nix. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is taken around the 12. Oh, nice move. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline. They drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk about basic.
Here's 2nd and 10. On play action, here's Nix. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And we'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. Touchdown! Evan Ingram from 4 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game.
Vikings 8. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35.
35-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
He was taken down.
A loss of 2 there, second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
McCarthy operating from the gun. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Nix from the shotgun. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 yards there on the Denver 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drive anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Somebody got to do it. I mean, hey, somebody got to do it. I take the G. Hey, watch him do it.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Working out of the gun is Nix. A short throw to Ingram. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They run. It's Kamara. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the 1st. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Alvin Kamara unable to push past that yellow line. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial... And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. First and 10. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
4-yard line.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. To the air with McCarthy. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. And he's offended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. McCarthy going to throw again. He finds his man, complete. It's Mason.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Here now, 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now McCarthy. And the Broncos get there and take him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is 1 play from stalling out.
Open man, that's Felton. And he'll take this to the 47, but no further as they get him down well short of the line to gain. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going for it, here's McCarthy. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing Nix. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's Nix. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
Complete to Curtis Samuel. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
Now it's Nix. And he's going to go down. The second back right around the 30. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. To throw, here's Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Evan Ingram with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Broncos are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and throw for it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Broncos 20, Vikings 8. Jason Myers set to kick off.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Looking to throw McCarthy. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Time becoming a factor. Down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's McCarthy. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Brandon Jones picking it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all four quarters. And, Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other.
I know they didn't take down the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, keep kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Throwing after the interception, McCarthy. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
McCarthy's pass.
So we have 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 5 at the 41.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
14-yard gain. It's 4th down.
They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Nix to the air. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the 1st of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.